Hey everyone, so this is going to be the updated version on how to make a woman's wallet. So first up, you're going to need some duct tape and an X-Acto knife. So basically what I did here, I made a duct tape sheet, and basically all you have to do that is, this is 4 pieces of 8-inch tape that I lined up to make about 7.5 inches tall. You can do, 6.5 inches tall. I looked down at 7. You can do 6.5 or like 6 3/4. Anywhere around there should work. So now I use black. It's just a random color that I have a lot of. You can use white or something. I just and this is my outside color. And the reason why I'm doing a random color is because I end up covering up the outside at the very end anyways. So it's a lot useful to use a color that you have tons of instead of using a designed color that you don't want to, waste or use up. Because designs are less and more expensive. Like less tape, more expensive. Okay, so here's how I made the duct tape sheet before. I just cut out 4 pieces of 8-inch tape and then laid them on top of each other until I got 7.5. So yeah, I think it's pretty simple so far. So I'll show you what I'm doing here. And then I'll just like fast forward this part. Okay, so this is my inside so far. And it's going to be folded like this. And basically we want to make sure is that when you fold it, it's more than 3 inches. Your goal is to have it about 3 3/4, so around 3.5. And mine is, so that's good. So now we're going to make the panels, which this makes the billfold kind of. So I'm going to take, this is going to take 4 pieces of 8-inch tape. Well, actually in total it'll take 8 pieces, but this is for one panel. Okay, so you want to do 4 pieces of 8-inch tape, and you're just going to line them up so that they're 8 inches by 3 inches. So basically like you're making a billfold of a wallet, a bifold. So this is what you're going to have, and then you just cover up this side with tape. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this part. Okay, so now that we have our 2 panels, we have our 3 pieces, 2 panels, what you're going to do, I just like to make sure that it folds right. Okay. And make sure that when you fold it, that the panels don't want to like pop out. That means if they want to pop out, then that means that you should probably add on like about maybe 1/2 inch of tape or something, just to help it so that your woman's wallet is big enough to hold the panels and everything. So now these are going to be your billfolds if it's starting to look kind of like a woman's wallet. So now what we're going to do is make the pockets. So in my woman's wallet, I have 3 pockets, and then 3 pockets, 2 pockets, and an ID. So in total, that's 11 pockets. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I make these. I make these exactly the same way as I do in a bifold. I don't like the up and down pockets because I just hate making them. So to be honest. So here's how I make these. Basically, I cut out strips that are 3 3/4 inches long, and I pretty much just fill up my entire board with those, and then I stick them all together. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so now that I have this really big board of just tons of tape that's 3 3/4 inches each, I'll probably have to cut another board, but I just take them and just put them on top of each other like this. My board's really wobbly because it's like hanging off the edge of my keyboard thing. Just scoot up. And then there you go. So there's your pocket. And I'm just going to keep doing these with all of them. Okay, so whenever you do trim, a really good hint and like a tip to do is if your card pocket is like 3 3/4 inches, make sure that your trim tape is always 1/4 of an inch larger than your pocket tape, and this really helps you do trim. Okay, so I'm going to be posting an in-depth video on how to do trim, like an HD video, but basically all I do is line up my wallet with 1/4 of an inch line. Line up my card pocket with 1/4 of an inch line, and then I just measure the tape so it's 1/4 of an inch over the card pocket. So as you can see, it's just 1/4 of an inch over, and then the rest I fold down. So there we go. And I know I said for like a long time I was going to be posting a trim video, but I never really got around to it. But I will be posting a trim video. Okay, so as you can see, I have them all nice and finished and nice and trimmed. So now you're going to grab your little panel that you made, and before you put on your wallets, what you want to do is grab a piece of tape that's 8 inches long, and you just want to cut it in half. And then, sorry, I have tape stuck to my hand. Now you're going to trim out this pocket. So basically, what that is like, you do the exact same thing that you did before. So just 1/4 of an inch, and then fold it over. And then you have this very nice finished line. You can go ahead and put this one on, but I always save it until I'm about to do the pockets. So I'm just going to, I just hang it off my cutting board. And so now I'm going to put on my pockets. So this is the one I'm going to be doing 3 on, and I just line it up exactly with the 4-inch trim. 1/4 of an inch trim. So it'll look like this, and that's how you know that your pocket is even. You should also be able to just tell. Like for me, I can just tell when things are uneven. I'm not sure if I feel like other people should be able to do that. But yeah, sometimes by the wallets I get, they don't, but that's okay. Okay, so now what I do is I take another color that's not the pattern design and I just tape the pocket down. So I use about 3 inches and then cut it in half. You can go all the way across, but it's better because tape's gonna be going here anyways. So I just never do for some reason. I think I want to move this down. I decided I don't like it like that. Okay. Because I was just thinking, like, wait, I don't think a card's going to be able to fit. Then I just tape these down. Probably shouldn't fold that over just yet. I'm just going to cut a bunch of like 3-inch tape. Okay, so the trim's not even when I set this down, so I'm going to have to move the first one up a little bit and then try again until I get all the spacings nice and even. I'll go ahead and scoop this up so you can kind of see it. Because I hate it when the space between the trim and stuff isn't even. It's one of my huge pet peeves. Okay, so on the third one, you're going to place the tape that holds it down really low, and you'll see why when I finish the wallet. Move this down a little bit. So as you can see, I work really hard to make sure that the trim's even. I think you guys should too, because I feel like trim either makes or breaks your wallet. Okay, so when you do the other side, you want to line it up exactly. So you want to make sure that these two trims are lined up. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I just take a piece of tape. That's about 3 inches. And then I'm just going to cut about, I don't know, probably about 3/8, a little bit over 1/4 of an inch off of it. And then I'm going to stick it on the center here, starting at the bottom and then going up, making sure that you're even. Okay? And then I just cut off this area. Or I don't cut it off, I just make slits. Okay, and then this part we're going to save for later when we attach it on. So now we're going to go ahead and do this side. So just take that piece and then trim it out. Okay, so now we're going to do this side first, but I'm just going to put on 2 pockets at first, and then I'm going to see if I want to put on the 3rd pocket. Okay, so I decided to not put on the 3rd pocket, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take off this trim, and I'm going to use it and actually place it over my ID. Okay, and then I'm going to lift up the 2nd pocket and then wrap it around. So wrap it around the 2nd pocket, and you can use you can measure if you need to.